Yeah, man. Listen, this is this is directed to all the foolish Republican voters out here in Arizona. Um, I call you guys foolish because that's just a nicer word. I didn't want to say stupid because really that's what it is. Though. To all the stupid Republican voters here in Arizona, I just have a question for you because I mean, you seem to be cheering on the voting down of the voting rights. You love the voting. You love that Kirsten Sinema didn't vote for the Build Back Better plan. I mean, you love that. I just don't understand. I have a question for you. Why are you so against the Build Back Better Act? I mean, do you even know what's in the Build Back Better Act? Well, if you don't, here it is. I'm gonna say I'm on WhiteHouse.gov now, and I just decided to read a little bit about what's in the Build Back Better plan to my foolish Republican voters out here. And I just want you guys to leave a comment below and let me know what is it in this plan that's bothering you so much. So here I'm on WhiteHouse.gov, and the first thing, one of the items in the plan is it says here it's going to offer universal and free preschool for all 3 and 4-year-olds, right? So if you are a working parent and you pay high cost in childcare because you have to go to work, you have a small child, and that kid needs, to have some care, needs, daycare or something. I wonder how much you paying for that daycare. Well, didn't you know that in the Build Back Better Act, they're talking about cutting that cost in half for you? I mean, how's that? I mean, what's so bad about that? Why do you hate that so much? Foolish Republican voters. Okay, they're talking about, it says here, they're talking about making the largest investment in childcare in nation's history, right? It's saving most American families more than half of their spending on childcare. That's huge. That's huge. I don't know what your problem is with that. It also goes. It goes on to say, right here, there's one, the biggest expansion of affordable health care in a decade. What does that mean? Well, I don't want the government touching my health care. Well, get the fuck off Medicare, foolish ass Republican voter. Get off Medicare. Get off Medicaid. If you're on those programs, get the fuck off because you don't want the government touching your health care. That's government programs, bro. But anyhow, the biggest expansion of affordable health care in a decade. What does that mean? Reduction in prescription drug cost. I mean, who does not like that outside pharmaceutical company? I mean, who doesn't like the idea of reducing? We already pay 2, 3, maybe 4 times more for our medication than any other country in the world. And the only reason why we pay that much is because your foolish ass won't allow the government to negotiate drug prices, which every other government in the world does. So that's why they get lower cost prescription drugs. The same drugs, most of which was developed here in the United States with our government taxpayer money. But yet we are paying the highest for these drugs. And you are for that, obviously, because you don't like the Build Back Better Act. I'm betting you didn't even know that was in there. You don't even know what the fuck is in the Build Back Better Act. You just know Joe Biden and the Democrats want the Build Back Better Act, and so we don't want it. Goes on to say, the Build Back Better framework is fully paid for. How do they expect to pay for the Build Back Better Act? And I'm going to read directly from the WhiteHouse.gov website. It says, combined with savings from the repealing of the Trump's administration rebate rule, the plan is fully paid for by axing more than. Okay, the plan is fully paid for by axing more from the very largest corporations and wealthiest Americans. The 2017 tax cut delivered a windfall to them, to the largest corporations, and this will help reverse that and invest in the country's future. No one making under $400,000 will pay a penny more in taxes. So the reason why all my foolish Republican voters say they're against the Build Back Better Act, because I don't want my taxes raised. First of all, if you live in Arizona, shut the fuck up. We are spending other people's tax money because we are a wealthier state. We get more money from the federal government than we give. So I don't want to hear, I don't want to raise my taxes. Then stop spending other people's tax money. Second of all, do you make $400,000 a year? How many people in Arizona makes $400,000 a year? Like, how many people make $400,000 a year in the country? Not many. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's 1% of Americans. 1% make $400,000 a year. Those are the people are gonna see the tax cut. So unless you make $400,000 a year, give me a break, man. So the only people who see a tax raise is people that make, rich people that make $400,000 a year. That's a lot of money. $400,000 a year. So those are the people who see the tax hike. Well, how much taxes would they, I can understand if we're going to hit them hard, but we're not even hitting them hard. We're talking about 2 cents on the dollar. 2 cents on the dollar. So everything after $400,000 will be taxed 2 cents on the dollar. So you'll get 98 cents. You'll get 98 cents on every dollar after $400,000. That's what they're talking about. So, being that the Republicans are blocking this plan, and Kirsten Sinema, which is basically a Republican, and Joe Manchin, which is a Republican, I would like to hear from Republican voters, people who vote Republican. What is wrong with the shit I just said? I mean, do you enjoy paying the highest prices in prescription drugs? I mean, is that something you enjoy? Is that helping the economy out? I'm challenging y'all because I'm fully convinced y'all do not know what the fuck y'all against the for. Y'all just listening to old meth head Paul Gosar up north. You know what it is. It's your boy Charles and SoRatch. Just be you. Be comfortable in your own skin and people will love you for it. Don't forget to check me out on Live 365 SoRatch Radio. I'm really interested. Check me out on YouTube, SoRatch. Just be you. Leave a comment below. Subscribe, all those things. But for real, y'all, I'm really interested in hearing what Republican voters have to say. Because I don't get it. All I hear is, I'm glad Kirsten Sinema voted down the Build Back Better Act. Why? It would have helped you. Well, I don't know how. Joe Biden, let's go Brandon. What? You that mad at Joe Biden that you don't want your prescription drug costs to be lowered? Yeah, you's a real idiot. Peace.